Hey, Spitwads, we have a spectacular. Jason, it's spectacular, right?
I'm gonna be honest with you, Andy. I stayed here just for this little introduction.
Yeah.
For one reason.
Because it's a spectacular spit hit episode?
This episode has one of my all-time favorite jokes. Literally, I think about it all the time on this episode. It might be in the title.
Yeah, and we...
I just love it. It's so good.
We got a Jason Explains, so you make a little knowledge appear for the listeners.
I probably come across super smart.
And we draft future technologies that we want right now. Do not miss a minute.
What happens when three buffoons give life advice, explore unrealistic situations, and give random topics more thought than they probably deserve? It's the Spitballers Podcast with Andy, Mike, and Jason.
I'll take it. Oh, welcome into the show.
I gave it a 7. Oh, Andy, tough judge.
Oh, man.
I gave it a 6.
What about what was that, like a skibbity-doo?
You want to know what was great is the middle, he actually had a little tone.
Yeah.
That was in there.
Yeah, I liked it.
But then his finish, it's the confidence level at the end.
I feel like I stuck the landing.
You did.
I got
feel
a
like
6 from this guy?
Yeah.
There was a story of
started 8, ended 6.
No,
it's like the Signs movie.
You started as a young lad. You had no confidence. You were finding your way in the world. And then you grew, you blossomed, you learned some things, and then you stuck it, man.
That's right.
No.
It's good.
Let me ask you this, though, because I could move it up to a 7 under one condition. Did you kind of run out of breath?
No, not at all.
Okay. It's a 6 then. Welcome into the Spitballers.
It would move up if I did run
If it
out
was a physical limitation that caused the ending of the scat to not be as high quality, I wouldn't hold it against you.
I'm going to have to go back and listen to the tape. But what I've learned over time is that every time I go back and listen to the tape, it gets worse every time.
Al, give us a grade, Al.
For Jason, that was a solid 8.
So this was the
we grade on a curve
sliding scale.
But also, Jason, you've now learned fill your lungs to about 30%, and then you're going to get a 10 out of 10 from Andy.
10.
Welcome into the Spitballers Podcast.
That was so brave, Jason. You're a warrior.
That was so brave. Episode 124 at SpitballersPod on Twitter. SpitballersPod.com is the website. We invite you to come and support the show. Become an official Spitwad supporter at SpitballersPod.com. We have more Jason on the show today, so don't worry about that. We've got Would You Rather, a Jason Explains, which deep breaths. You got 60 seconds. You got to talk for that part of the show.
Man.
And Situation Room. Okay, we're doing that today. And a draft that I think is going to be tantalizing of the mind.
I was going to say out of this world.
Yeah, we're going to the future.
Oh, I genuinely can't wait. When I heard about this draft, immediately I had like 6 things that I wanted, and I don't think we're drafting that many things, and I'm already upset about it.
Do you want to do it right now?
Let's go.
Oh, just kidding. We're going to do Would You Rather.
All right.
Would you rather?
I'm very interested for the draft to see, like, I feel like some of mine are really low bar.
I have a couple.
They're like, to me, it sounds incredibly cool, but it's really not that. It's not. I'm not changing the world with it.
See, nobody knows what we're drafting yet.
Oh, we didn't tell them?
No. So what you're describing now is very confusing.
Stay tuned.
Professional tease there.
Yeah, I thought Mike was being.
We've been over this. The name of the draft is in the show title.
I realize that, but some people they didn't read the show title. That's
Whoever does.
All right. This question comes in from Sir Robert on Patreon, a supporter of the show.
Oh, royalty.
Yes. Would you rather relive your elementary school days or your high school days?
Ooh.
Ooh.
Now, do I know I'm reliving them?
I think it's more about like the question could be summed up as like which experience did you enjoy more?
Yeah,
maybe
you're reliving it as you don't know you're reliving it. You just get to relive it again. Which experience do you want to relive again? You don't get to change things and know the future. It's just like
which would you rather go through again?
That's
and it's hard. I talk to people about, like, when I bring up high school, grade school, I get strong opinions from people. They either loved it or hated it is the way it seems to be. Like they wish they could be back in that time, or it's the worst time of my life. I was bullied, or I had a bad experience, or I got bad grades, or these things happened in my life. So which one is it for you guys?
I loved both. I had a great time in high school. My initial response is, oh man, I would love to go back and relive high school. Those were great fun days. But I get fewer of them, right? I mean, I get 4 years of high school. If I get to relive grade school, I feel like I'm getting more time.
I wasn't sure if maybe you had more years of high school than we did. But yes, most people would be like 8 years of grade school and 4 years of high school.
Yeah. Now, if you take the middle school up.
Yeah, I'll give you 6. I'll give you
so you go first
1 through 6.
Okay.
So here's the difference for me. The highs are higher in high school, but the lows are lower in high school. The stakes are so big. Friends are mean more and are more mean. So, whew.
Girlfriends?
Well, those, yeah,
fewer in grade school.
Yes,
I presume.
Yes, especially if we're stopping at 6th grade.
Yeah, man. Yeah, I'm with you. I mean, we went to the same schools, so maybe that was part of it. But I loved my grade school days. I remember graduating 8th grade and walking home from school that day.
Oh, and you were the hot stuff?
No, I remember crying.
Oh, never
I
mind.
actually cried coming home because I had teachers that I loved, and I was never going to be on that campus again. And I remember being really sad about that. But I think I would go back. I do high school.
Really?
Even after saying that.
Even
yeah.
after crying when grade school is
It was
done.
all about independence. In high school, you had more independence. We had open campus. We could leave for lunch. I got to be, you could pick what clubs or, I was newspaper club and things like that. You had independence and you had freedom, and you were just like, you had your friend group that was everything to you.
There's an argument to be made, though, that the lack of independence is what was so great about grade school.
Yes.
No bills, no jobs. I didn't have a job.
There's
then.
no nothing. Everything is, I'm not even making my own lunch.
You wake up and you say, am I going to play 3 hours of basketball today or 4?
Yeah. I mean, it's really bad once you get to like 4th grade and you're like, I only get 2 recesses?
Oh man.
Ridiculous.
Dude, I remember.
That felt unfair.
I was the kid. I don't remember what grade had happened to us in elementary school, but the clock hit in the afternoon, and I raised my hand, and I'm like, what time is recess? What's the haps here? What is going on? And then they informed me, oh, no, it's simply the one recess for you now. So I had no heads up. I had no awareness
it was sprung on you.
until day of. And
were you furious?
I was. I don't know if I was furious, but I was definitely deflated. I remember sadness.
So since Jason and I went to school together, I mean, not in the same grade, but
right.
Had similar experience. I'm curious what your answer would be, Mike. Did you have one that you loved way more than the other?
I am taking the elementary school for some of the reasons you were saying, Jason. Of like, I'm hungry, and it's Mom, Dad, I'm hungry.
Yeah,
it's not. With the independence means I got to figure out what I'm going to eat. I am hungry. I will go to the cupboard. I will get or my mom will go to the cupboard and get me some snacks or something.
Yeah,
and. For me, I often think back to I played a lot of video games when I was growing up, and when you're young, you can seeing something for the first time, experiencing a world in a video game. It is a lot different than it is now. Now, when you play these brand new graphics, all the new Xbox games out, you're like, oh, that looks so cool. When you are a kid, this is taking over your whole brain. You are experiencing this, not just playing a video game, but you are immersed in what is happening, and you're imagining actually being there.
I will say this just about childhood in general.
Magic can happen when you're young,
I
not
think
when you're old.
Yeah, I think it really has to do with the fact that the older you get, the more responsibilities and things are on your subconscious. So when you are experiencing something, you're not the inhibitions are there. The responsibilities are there. You're not, when my son does something, plays a new game, I feel like 100% of his brain is concentrated on it. Where like at given times I'm going, if I tried to play a video game now, I'm like, all right, I got like 30, 35 minutes to play the game, and then I got to make dinner later. And I'm curious though, when you brought up the food one specifically, Mike, about you just get to say, hey, Mom, I'm hungry.
Right.
I'm wondering if the food thing's going to come back in our draft later. Now, I'm just curious. It may be one of your...
I don't know.
All right.
I don't know. It might. And like when you're a kid, so bring your kid to the grocery store, back when you used to be able to do those types of things. But your kid, at least my kids, I'll speak to my kids, they'll just start dancing in the middle of the grocery store. They're not hearing the music. They're hearing the music inside. And they're letting it out. They're letting the happy out. Yeah. And you're like, as an adult, I could never do such things like this.
Oh, I have had so many conversations where we've got friends over, adults who have children, and we watch children play and just do things where we go, why can't we do that anymore? Why can't we just play and have fun doing nothing? I'm absolutely going to grade school. I'm going all the way back.
Okay.
I want the child love in my heart that's now black and full of hatred.
All right. Let's go forward here. Noah from the website. Would you rather be able to dance 20% better than you can now?
Oh, speaking of dancing,
or sing 50% better than you do now?
So an increase of my dance abilities by 20% is actually a very large amount,
right?
Because 20% is better than 2%.
Well, it's 20% times 0. What is 20?
I can sing okay. I can sing all right as a musician. 50% though. I mean, that's big time.
Now
we're talking. I'm a good singer. So that's
my vote.
That is a tough call. You're taking the singing?
Absolutely, because I would love to. I would love to be a musician or be able to do that part of life, and I've always felt like that's the area where I wish that I was excellent.
As a vocalist?
As a vocalist, yeah.
Well, I mean, look, if this question were reworded and I could get 10,000 times better at dancing or 12% better at singing, I would still take the singing side because I'm not...
Really?
When am I going to use dancing?
You're
going in the grocery store if you're that much better. I mean, you can break it down.
But I wouldn't. That's my point is like I've never been in a situation where I thought, man, I wish I could dance right now. Like as an adult. But all the time.
You've never experienced, man, if I could dance, I'd be up there. I'd be cutting up a rug right now.
No, because I'll go up and cut up the rug and make a fool of myself already.
But you're making a fool.
But my point is.
You could be cool.
I could be cool, but that would be at the occasional wedding or, I'm not going clubbing anymore.
He's crashing weddings.
Wait, hold on.
Yeah, I heard the anymore too.
I'm just saying I was a young man once.
Dude, you were at the club?
I've gone to a club before, yes. I mean, I wasn't like huge in the scene, but yeah, I would say I had a couple years where I would go out to clubs.
Couple years?
Yeah,
wow.
Why is this shocking?
Because we know you. That's what do you mean? Why is this shocking?
You know Dad me.
We think we know him, but he was a mime. We don't know his past.
That is true. We learned so many things about Jason on this show.
But singing is like, you sing all the time.
Puppeteer, thank you, Owl.
I could sing, help lead worship. I could sing happy birthday to the best.
Do you need more than 12%, or is that about?
Well, look, the question gave me 50. I'm taking 50.
Yeah.
But I think that I can sing okay, and then every now and then really poorly.
Yeah.
And so I think this 50% would take me to just being consistent.
All right.
The thing about dancing though is that skill comes in handy all the time. It's not just when you're out there actually, performing. You will move with more grace. Your body will not be nearly as... I have like the gangliest, awkward white dad body situation going on. But if I could have any sort of class or real control bodily movement, just me walking around, you would be full of more
I
confidence.
mean, we have plenty of examples, I guess, on this show, or especially on the Fantasy Footballers show, where Andy, some great news happens or something, and he'll dance at the table.
Yes,
And
he
I
does
think-
his bird dance.
He does his bird wobble.
There he
Yeah.
is.
And yeah,
Throws a couple shimmies in there.
based on what I'm seeing right now, I think you need to
Imagine
go with
that
the dance.
20% better.
Well, I think that I would change my answer if I got the 50,000% better, because then I would be the
Oh, we're dancing.
See?
That's
And we
it. That's it. That was it.
I am famous in my family for my bird dances. Yeah. All right.
Does it have a name?
No name, because
okay.
there's really no
Cock-a-doodle dance.
yeah there's no planning to the dance. I mean, there's no thinking. You just dance, man. You just dance. All right, Becca from Patreon. Would you rather stay in COVID-style quarantines for the rest of your life,
Okay.
or have to go to every party or event that you're ever invited to, and if anybody asks to come over, you have to allow it? So you have to be the most social person ever.
Oh, no.
Both directions. You have to be hospitable and let people come over all the time, and you have to go to every party you're ever invited to, or you're in a lifetime of quarantine. So this is like hermit or not the game. I mean,
Yeah, I mean this is tough. It's a great question because you want neither.
Mhm.
I'm a social person. I feel like this would be way too much obligation to have to see people all the time, to have people over, to go somewhere. That being said, if the alternative is the exact opposite and you never see someone, oh, I couldn't do that. I would never be able to last.
I view hospitality as a virtue, not something that I always possess. So I imagine that if I'm stuck having to do something that's considered virtuous in my mind, that's the better outcome than the hermit self hidden in a room one. So I'll go that direction.
Yeah, but imagine how unhospitable you would be when it's obligatory and you don't want
Well,
it.
I think I'd resign
Eric.
myself to this world and become a social butterfly.
BOD.
Jason.
Ring, ring, Andy. Hello. Hey, Andy, I'm gonna head over to your house. Fine.
Maybe.
You're welcome here.
Do you get a lot of phone calls like
the
that,
key
though?
is under the mat.
It's funny that this came up because I had just been watching a documentary with my wife about making vaccines and how this COVID vaccine, how fast it is on the timeline of real vaccines, and 5 to 10 years is the average timeline. And I was like, I literally said, I go, what if we had to be quarantined for 5 to 10 years?
Oh my.
Like, what if you had to? Because what if it wasn't, I know with this specific virus, people make decisions, they can get it, they're still a majority are
But what if
okay.
it was zombies?
But what if it was like, this is a virus where if you get it, you die in an hour.
Right.
So then nobody's playing around with that, right? Like, we're all actually quarantined. We're all stuck in our homes. You would change as a person after 5 to 10 years
I'd have to learn how to garden.
to get your food.
Yeah. Ugh. Worst thing I could think of.
You gotta
All right.
live on a farm? No way. Not this guy.
Kill me. All right, we're going to learn about something in the next 60 seconds.
Jason explains in 60 seconds.
All right, Al, you're going to spin the wheel, and Jason's going to explain in 60 seconds everything he knows about
I love
said
the
topic.
wheel.
It is great.
You're welcome, everybody.
So what do we have?
Deja vu.
Oh, that's easy. Deja vu is an occurrence that is where you think you've lived this before. Now, the reason that it comes is a big question to most scientists, but I actually do know the reason it comes. The reason that you feel like you are living this out before is because you have done the same thing very similar before, and you think you're living it out, and you're like, wait a minute, I've already done this. I swear it happened like this, and it probably did happen like this last Tuesday when you walked around the corner the same way, and you tripped on the same thing, and now you're like, oh my goodness, is this the multiverse? No, it's not the multiverse. It's a week later, and it's already happened. This is why deja vu happens later and more in life. Kids get less deja vu because they've got less experiences where they've done that thing before. So deja vu is just you doing something again and thinking, is there a big giant purpose to this? That's everything you need to know about deja vu.
Well, that's certainly the most boisterous 60 seconds explanation that I've ever received. I'm a little scared. I don't know why you yelled at me.
I didn't know why you're getting so heated about
Yeah.
deja vu.
Well, I feel like I've said this before.
Calling
and
people
they
like
didn't listen.
Oh, okay. He's been down this road.
Deja fools.
Deja fools.
So is that true about I'm sure you made it up, but is that true about the kids experiencing less deja vu?
Oh, of course. It has to
Jason
be. I
said it in the segment,
Okay.
so
Now,
Never mind.
in fairness, I don't believe anything I just said. I've had some crazy deja vu before where it's just impossible.
Yeah, it's a weird phenomenon.
I think it was the multiverse. Spitwads, you know how much I love to sleep, and you know that I only like the best of the best. I'm here to tell you about Helix Sleep, a premium mattress brand that provides tailored mattresses based on you and your unique sleep preferences. This is what I have. This is what's in my home. This is what I then replaced all the other bedrooms, the guest bedroom. It's a great mattress. I took the Helix Sleep quiz, and I was matched with the Helix Plus for us plus-sized models, as I am, and as maybe some of you are. They've got a mattress for everybody. You sleep on your side? Sleep on your back? Do you and your partner sleep the same way? You just take this quick quiz, and they're going to tell you which mattress is right for you. I have recommended this to people, and I've never heard a single complaint, which makes a lot of sense considering all the awards that they have won. Plus, Helix mattresses are made in America. They come with a 10 or 15-year warranty, depending on your model. And remember, you get to try it out for 100 nights risk-free. If you don't love it, and I know you will, but if you don't, they will pick it up for you, and they will give you a full refund. Helix is offering up to $200 off all mattress orders and 2 free pillows for our listeners. Go to helixsleep.com/ballers. With Helix, better sleep starts now.
The Situation Room.
All right, Sarah from Twitter has a situation for us. Your local wizard has sent you back to high school. Okay.
freaking local wizard, man.
So I'm going back to high school. To get back in your regular lives, you must ace an exam. What exam do you take?
Oh.
Wow. This is based on modern day knowledge,
Oh my god.
which I have
Wow.
intentionally forgotten.
So I have just recently helped. I mean, all the time I'm helping my children with their math. But this week was finding the square root of a number, which I thought, okay, yeah, I can do
I've
that.
got a calculator.
Well, sure, yeah.
Oh,
but I mean, I was just thinking, like, I
have no idea.
I help people. Yeah, can you remember? Can you remember, Andy?
No, hold on.
Okay, let's work through this.
But the square root is a number times itself. Like the same two numbers multiplied together equal.
Exactly.
Yeah,
like
yeah,
9
okay.
is the
So I
square
still
root
know
of
what it is.
81.
You still know. Step one, know what the square root is.
Okay.
Step
How
two.
do you possibly figure that out without just going, all right, 4 times 4 is
Right,
16.
just
but
process of elimination, doing every number. Because they're
I did a lot of math that way in high school. I
come
really
back in a
did.
couple hours.
They're doing stuff where it's like, 3,308. What is the square root? And it's like,
That's impossible.
right. And
No one knows.
most things
To be determined.
I can either remember, work my way back there,
You are,
or
to your credit, you are very good with math, like with percentages and things that whenever we need that type
you're
of math
you're our
done,
resident for
you
for the
handle
football
it.
show. You
Yeah.
do all of our doc algorithms and stuff.
that is true. I think if you polled the people I would place in last on who they would expect to do that.
Yeah, well,
but,
that part's great.
That's-
Is
yeah.
Andy and I get all the credit and do none of the work.
but
We just learned what a square root was.
Right. But the craziest thing is, like, usually if I have to go watch a video to remember, I go, oh, okay.
Oh, it
yeah.
clicks in
It
and-
clicks and
yeah.
you're ready to go. Not with the square root, man. This thing is impossible. Why do we ever need to know the square root of things? Because you've got to...
How do you figure it out?
You make a giant number tree and you find all the prime numbers, and then you multiply the prime numbers. If there's 2 of them that are the same, each pair you take out of the square root equation, and then you multiply those by itself. It's this crazy convoluted thing where I was so happy that I couldn't remember. I was like, Oh, yeah, that makes sense why I did not retain this one. So I'm definitely not doing a math test.
No, math would be a disaster for sure. I was actually super impressed when you said you help your kids with math because my son is now at the age in which he would need to help me with math, figuring out these things that I don't remember at all. So math is out the door. Now, what about your writing skills? Because when you're in English and you're writing a paper and I believe, Jason, you brought up that you had to do, a citation thing recently.
My 6th graders were doing an MLA formatted.
There you go.
I mean, like I did MLA format
With like works cited
with a works cite. That's what we were working on.
But
was
that was freshman year of high school is probably when you started that.
I don't remember it until college.
No, that was definitely high school.
Well, I didn't do high school.
Yeah, that's true.
I mean, I went there. I just didn't do the work.
Which I'm surprised you didn't go back to high school then.
No, but you are 100% right. Taking the English approach, the grammar and writing, because I think we've gotten better and better and better. The older we get, we still keep getting better. We read articles and we know.
I don't think so.
Oh,
You think the writing one is the one you'd go with?
100%.
Let me tell you why, though. We live in the world of autocorrect, grammatical correction, and a lot of that universe, when you start to sit down and really write, now if you keep up with it and you really, really write, you write blogs and you write papers, you're probably on top of it. But I have been embarrassed by myself when I have tried to do that recently where I'm like, my sister, 10 years younger, I'm like, you got to look at this and tell me. And she'll find tons of grammatical struggles or commas in the. I don't remember rules. That's the problem. I don't remember the rules.
What if the test is about parts of a sentence?
Ooh, the subject and the predicate.
Yeah, and you're like, it's a prepositional phrase. What is a prepositional phrase? Does anybody know what that is?
That's like when you're really in love with a phrase and you go on the top of a mountain and get on one knee.
That's right.
And you prepose to it.
Yeah,
very nice.
Now that's a good point, Mike. This says it's a quiz. Not an essay.
It could be anything.
But a quiz in grammar or in English would be those type of things.
It says an exam.
Okay. All right. Because, I'm thinking, okay, what other
you could
classes
go history.
are there? History,
I was fascinated with history, so I might remember it the most.
I'm out. No way on planet Earth would I even get a 50% F on a history exam.
Yeah, what about a map of the United States? And to live or
Jay,
die, you've got to get half of it right.
Geography, OUT. I'm out. I mean, it's got to be English. That's my best chance. Unless there's a theater test.
I think what we've learned here is great news if you wanted to go back to high school, because we're staying there.
Yeah, I was going to say.
We're staying there forever.
Now, the nice thing about this question is it says you have to ace the exam to get back to your regular lives. If you don't ace it, you're right where you need to be.
Eventually I'll ace it.
Eventually you'll get it. All right, Eric from the website, you are assigned with the challenge of making a 3-ingredient sandwich that beats and replaces the BLT. What 3 ingredients will you choose to replace such a classic? Well, let me throw out something. I think I'll find some other people who believe this with me. The BLT it just kind of sucks.
Well, here's a problem with the BLT is 1/3 of the ingredients are terrible.
Tomatoes.
The T.
Yeah.
I mean, you give me a BL.
Sure.
All right, but
you give me some B.
Can I get the B, please?
Yeah. Can I get a bacon sandwich?
A BLT naturally comes with mayonnaise on it, right?
Yes.
Yeah, it does.
So this whole thing where a 3-ingredient, that's a bit of a lie.
Bit of a farce.
And what? You're not gonna the bread is so disrespected here.
Yeah.
They're a major part of this sandwich.
BBLTM.
That's right.
Well, here's the problem that I have with the basic BLT beyond the tomato, which is a problem. I don't find bacon alone to be a viable core meat to a sandwich.
Okay.
It is very crispy.
Mm-hmm.
You don't have a consistency, right? Unless you're really overloading the B, then you've got some consistency there. But I feel like bacon it's a complementary meat. It is a secondary meat. Am I right?
No, you're 100% right. My daughter, for a long time, when we'd go to Subway, my wife would let her get a bacon and cheese sandwich. That was just on flatbread. And I'm like, you're not getting a sandwich.
I think it works though. If you're putting the cheese on it, that works for me.
Yeah, bacon and cheese. But
Yeah.
I had the same feeling you have, where it's like this doesn't count.
Bacon will work as the primary meat of an egg and cheese sandwich.
Well, that's because the egg is the base.
Is the core, is the base. Yeah.
I mean, we can go back to sentence structure here.
Yeah.
The I don't know what would be what. in the,
Yeah, prepositional pancreas. Yeah.
How is it that bacon is so delicious and can go with so many things? Like,
Oh yeah, bacon bits on top of something.
yeah, you're like,
you got
my breakfast. How can I make this breakfast better? All right, I'll put some bacon.
yes.
My salad.
Mhm.
How am I going to make this salad better? I know. I'll throw.
Oh,
some
you want some
bacon
mashed
in.
potatoes, Mike?
Oh, make this better. Wait, hold on. You go bacon in your mashed potatoes?
You got bacon.
Oh yeah, if you're loaded
bacon on top. Yeah,
I see,
loaded.
It's so normal. I don't even think
You
about
forget
bacon.
they're there.
I don't even think about bacon being in it. I just expect bacon to be everywhere. But it's everywhere. But it's nothing.
Mm.
There's no soul. Bacon has no soul.
That's. I think we agree on that.
They have a lot of cholesterol, though.
But
so
if you were
there is that.
rebuilding a 3-ingredient sandwich,
I'm starting with salami.
really?
Salami is my base meat.
Okay.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think it is underrated.
I thought it was
disrespected.
salami in my basement.
And it's super good because it's as delicious as bacon for purposes of a sandwich, but it's an official meat.
I mean, salami's.
It is a petition for official meathood in one.
I like salami. I'm just.
What's your base meat, Mike? Let's start with base meats here. This is kind of like a draft, but what's your base meat?
I mean,
Is it turkey?
Oh, turkey.
Is
Goodness.
it- okay,
Goodness
so then
gracious,
you're-
Roast
no.
beef.
Is it
Beef
ham?
is fine. I'm pretty boring though. As I disparage turkey, I will go with chicken.
Okay,
Give me
but
chicken.
is that like
Yeah.
a chicken breast? Is that like sliced chicken? Is that the
He was thinking deli chicken.
Yeah,
Okay.
we were in the world of
deli chicken? I feel like is the least used of the deli meats.
Yeah, because it's the second worst next
What's-
to turkey.
Okay.
Wait, you think turkey stinks too?
Of course I do.
Yeah, no one turkey.
I mean, don't get me
Get
wrong.
it out of here.
My base
healthy.
meat is ham.
Okay.
delicious.
See, I can
Okay?
respect the
And
ham.
guess what? Hot shot BLT. Listen up. You ever heard of a ham and cheese sandwich? That's 2 ingredients and it's great.
Ooh.
Ham and cheese sandwich is great.
They
Now
don't
I
even
get-
need that third.
No. You know what a ham and cheese sandwich uses? Mayo for its 3rd ingredient. It doesn't try to skirt the 3-ingredient rule. Ham and cheese, baby.
So cheese is definitely the next ingredient.
Mm-hmm.
So it's got to be, for me, salami, cheese. Cheese is,
What's your best cheese?
my best cheese is, I hate to say this. I really do, but it's the honest truth.
It's American cheese.
Oh no.
No,
Yeah,
it's-
is that the fake cheese?
It's Kraft Singles, man.
Oh,
I'm
no.
telling
It's
you.
not even cheese.
It don't matter. It's so good.
I see Al Borland
Oh.
shaking his head. Now we're missing the best base meat. Are you going with like a steak or like a
Pastrami.
roast beef? Oh, okay. You know what, pastrami? I've
Oh,
grown into
pastrami
my
is-
love of pastrami.
Pastrami is.
That might be the
elite.
best. Oh my gosh, a pastrami with some coleslaw.
Yeah, if you a
Oh.
pastrami, if you get okay, I would go pastrami, Thousand Island coleslaw.
Okay, I'm with Mike. That's my sandwich.
I mean, I won't see
honestly,
tomorrow,
can we go
but I will eat that sandwich all the time.
I'm going
all day, every day?
salami, Kraft Single,
Oh,
and I got to have crunch, so I'm going either lettuce or onion. I lettuce if it's allowed.
oh man, onion. it just I'm
gets-
sure it's fine. It's just the thought of it salami, a fake plastic cheese,
Yeah.
and onion.
Sounds good, doesn't it?
All right, James from Patreon
Oh,
How's
thank you for your support.
has a question. No, I'm going to go with this one. Joe from the website.
Oh,
Without using any numbers, describe your weight to somebody.
Oh, okay.
all right.
We did this with our height before. Okay, that's what's familiar to me. So without using any numbers, describe your weight to somebody.
Now, what is a stone? As in, like, for weight, you know, like people are like, what do you weigh? Oh, about 2 stone.
I think
Is
it's
that
like
100 pounds?
No, I think it's like 15 pounds or.
So if you weigh
14.
14,
yeah, I would say a stone to me is
Wait,
a rock
14
that you pick up with 2 hands.
I know that, but hold on, 14 pounds?
Yes.
That's a stone?
Yes.
So,
Okay.
Like I weigh like 52 stones.
52. Do the math on that.
I told you I don't know what a square root is. I
Give me
can't do the math.
52 times 14.
728.
Yeah, what's wrong with that?
Here's but
Wait,
that's
how much do you guys weigh?
but the thing is across the globe that is actually the more common way to tell weight. So you can't use stone.
You're also still using numbers.
Yeah, you're using numbers. I would say here's what I would say to someone. I weigh way more than you think. That's what I would say to them. And they'd say, no. And I'd be like, no, just whatever number is in your head is larger than that.
Add 20, and then add another 5.
Huh.
I'm
I weigh way more. That's
Yeah.
your.
Have you ever lifted something? Now imagine not being able to lift something.
What's the heaviest thing you can lift? Lift 2 of them at once.
Yeah.
That's me.
Okay. What is the average amount of weight a person can carry for like?
I think I've got mine. My weight, they say, how much do you weigh? A sturdy desk.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah, people are weird because they're, lifting them it's hard. They're long.
A desk?
Well, not a desk too, I guess. But I mean, I get that. Like a desk and a person, sometimes something that weighs more, if it's in the right compact form, you can carry easier than something that weighs less but is misshapen, like your body.
I think Mike's comp is perfect here. A sturdy desk, because I can visualize it.
Yeah.
I know we're not talking about some cheap IKEA I screwed the legs on thing. We're talking
A wooden
about
desk.
Yeah, this is oak. It's just a sturdy desk.
And Jason just says like a sturdy desk, but you leave the drawers in.
I feel like if we're going with
A sturdy desk, but way more than you think a sturdy desk weighs.
if rich mahogany,
A dense wood.
if we're going with a comp, I would think more like, like a washing machine. So like, I'm about like your washing machine.
Oh, I'm a stove.
Yeah, I'm a stove, a washing machine.
Yeah, I would say you'd need a dolly.
Yes, if you want to bring me over to that curb over there, you're gonna want to wheel me on a dolly.
Oh, this is not. This is a setup.
This is a 2-person lift situation.
Right.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Team assembly required.
All right, I want to have time for this draft, so let's get it going.
The Spitballers Draft.
All right, we're doing a draft. And we are drafting future technologies that we wish we had now. So this feels like it could be very wide-reaching. But what's the kind of core of this draft? Basically, just anything that we think should exist,
And we hope someday exists.
Yeah, I think that's yeah.
I mean, we hope someday exists.
Some of mine are pretty. I don't know if they can actually make this.
Well,
or
look,
not.
I'm gonna
I was
kick it
gonna
off.
wonder how constrained we are, but let's just let it go. And then if
Yeah.
Al wants to buzz in with his infamous voice,
Hey guys,
Hey, it's me, Al.
it's me, Al. That was not allowed. This is me, Al.
Yeah, if he wants to do that, and just so everybody listening knows, that
wasn't him.
That wasn't him. I know it
No.
sounded like a recording that we played. That was just a goof.
Yeah.
It was an impersonation that was.
so if you need to
spot
veto
on.
something, veto it, Al. Otherwise, butt out. All right.
All right. Well, I'm going to start with something that if anything could be vetoed, it would be this, and this can't be vetoed.
All right.
Guess
we're good.
I just established it. This is something that would change the way that the world works, change where you live to work, change
Okay.
how.
All right.
I mean, every industry imaginable, and I can't wait because I do believe that the science says that it's real. Not in our lifetimes.
It's
Teleportation.
number 1 on my list.
Yeah, it's number 1 on my list too. Science, I think science says that it actually will never happen. But
You need to dig deeper, my man.
You need to head over to the.
yeah, what's the square root of impossible?
It's the quantum entanglement theory that allows hope that teleportation could exist. But I think that would be one of those. I mean, that would just be crazy awesome.
That's a whole show.
Yes.
Yes.
Right there's a whole show of like, if you're reassembled somewhere else,
Is it actually?
is it
you?
actually you and blah, blah, blah.
Was
But
it a prestige situation?
Yes.
what's
Oh,
funny is
man.
that I did think that because the possibilities were endless here, that there was a chance you wouldn't take it. And with the second pick, I'm a little sad because that's the obvious number 1 pick. You're right. It would change how you work. Even super fast travel would do that, right? If you could travel from here to California in 10 minutes, you can live anywhere and work anywhere, and that would be pretty crazy to have people bebopping all over the country. But that was certainly the dream as a kid for every road trip, that I could just teleport there. All right, so I got to make my first pick. All right. Well, you've made it easier on me because I'm going to go with one that would affect, I don't know, everything. I mean, we all live a certain amount of life, and we all sleep a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
And if you could pretty much just eliminate that portion, think about how much life you would get. So my theoretical technology is something that changes the way you sleep so that you only have to sleep 10 minutes, 20 minutes. It gets you the compact REM cycle, whatever you want to say. It's basically like
basically you don't need to sleep.
it's speed sleep. Yeah, you're
Andy
basically
has invented amphetamines.
no. I say something for eliminating sleep. Let's just
Okay.
put it that way. Sleep
but
is,
your body is still
but your
recharged.
body's still recharged. You get all the benefits as if you slept, but it's the equivalent of taking a pill, and you don't have to
right.
go to sleep. Now, you know what I mean?
Yeah, and you don't come crashing down later. You are well rested at all times through 24 hours. You're getting twice as much life.
I'm basically thinking, I walk up to my bed, I lay down, I hook some up to my arm, I push a button, I wake up 10 minutes later, and I get to start the day.
But here's what's crazy. You don't. You get to start the night. So now
Yes,
that's
yes.
something that's really weird.
But the night is the day in this world
Well,
because
Sure, except for the light part of it. Like, you can't really go outside and do as much, in the midnight to 4 a.m. hours. Now, that's part of your waking hours, but I think we would be a little bit more limited and or a little bit more depressed living in a lightless world half the time, being awake
the
and
mole
cognizant for it.
people are very happy. They're very happy. No, I just getting that time back. There's always been that. We were talking before the show about. I said I was going to watch some movie tonight, and you go, I give that odds about 4%, and I go, yeah, you're right, because I don't got time for nothing.
Yeah.
I'm getting 8 hours every day for the rest of my life.
Of movie watching time into my life.
Maybe we work then. Maybe that's when we work.
Yeah.
I don't know. And then you're up during the day, and you don't have to work.
All right.
That's actually a great idea.
Yeah.
All right. Now, it's tough. I was checking with the judge. I needed a ruling on this one because to me it's
Great.
Here's the problem with this is it's not as fun. Yeah, but I also don't want one of you rapscallions to take this away. Look, if teleportation is on the table, how is time travel not on the table?
What did the judge say?
That's what the judge agreed with me. But like, if we want to rule that out,
That's why I was actually curious about the teleportation one.
I am happy to rule that out, just knowing that you two cannot take it.
We won't
Yeah,
take
that's
it.
fair. That's off the table
Okay.
for all
Let's
of
try
us.
to keep it to something
All right,
that is
perfect.
like more pragmatic.
All right. So number one, it's funny you alluded to the food thing, Andy.
Yeah.
I want something that can make food, and to make it into practical terms, I'll just say a 3D food printing machine.
You want a food replicator.
Yes.
Mike. This is from Star Trek.
Yes.
The food replicator's next on my list.
Yeah, it prints foods, but I mean, I don't know if we'll ever get to that level where it's the replicator. Maybe we will.
Yeah, but it can genetically construct it like a 3D printer creates an object. It creates food.
Yeah, and then it just puts little chemicals on it, just like McDonald's does, so everything tastes really good.
I 100%. Everything for Mike comes down to, can he stop making dinner? I mean,
Bro, I am seen right now.
I started thinking when you brought this up, I'm going, this next birthday present, we have got to figure out a way to get dinner made in his house.
We got you 1 month of a chef.
Yeah, somebody to come in and live like I am seen right now.
I hate it.
Oh, all right. You get 2 picks though, so fix
All
another
right.
problem.
All right, so I'm going to take the 3D printer, and so I'm torn between a couple of these things here. All right, I'll take this one. 'Cause like I said, I'm not solving world problems over here. I'm just drafted stuff that is cool.
Just
to me.
solving dinner.
All right. Well, yeah. I mean, that's now handled. My other problem now. So we recently talked about Kevin Costner because we just talk about Kevin Costner on The Office.
Yeah, we schedule meetings about him.
In at least 3 times a day. In the movie Waterworld, where my man can breathe under the water.
Okay.
Because he has gills behind his ears. Like, if I can get some kind of bionic gill situation, and I know I can put on a scuba tank, it already exists.
No.
No, I don't have to get ready. I'm always ready. And I just jump in that water, and I can breathe, my man. I can
Okay.
swim around for any amount of time that I want to.
That's absolutely a good and fair pick for something like this. Having some sort of modification to your body is something that will continue to come. They already have the the Elon Musk brain chip thing that they're figuring out.
Oh, the Neuralink?
Yeah, the Neuralink. I mean, being able to genetically modify your body to do more is absolutely a good pick.
And if they want to put them behind my ears, fine. I'm in on that. Now, if I have to go like the deep from the boys where my entire chest is just gills, I don't think I'm in on that.
Okay. All right. I like that. All right. I am going to go with a pick here that, I doubt we're stealing a lot of each other's picks. Bionic gills wasn't on my list.
I missed that one on my list.
But,
You guys overlooked it.
and this one seems, I don't know how you want to describe it, Al, but I would love the technology where your body is basically, you're being monitored for everything health-wise, just in the cloud all the time. So the kind of example would be you wake up and you go pee in the toilet, and somehow it scans your pee and it knows everything about you, and it's like, you have some abnormal cells. You should get, like, this is how you get rid of all disease, right?
Eat less cheeseburgers.
Right. You.
Like, you can't tell me what to do, toilet.
But the idea is
take a dump on you. This is what you get.
Eat this.
Yes, that might be the best joke that's ever been said on this show. Eat this.
Oh, I can't make a compelling argument for this anymore.
Oh man.
Sorry.
Eat this.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, I think we're done with that pick.
Oh, I love it.
So yeah. Yep. All of health is
Oh,
Sorry.
no, I like it. Health monitoring,
look, you don't get if people could be monitored for, like, if something knew that you had an abnormal cancer cell in your body, the first
Right.
one, cancer wouldn't exist anymore. Because half the time that you hear about people recovering, it's
Sure.
like, oh man, I broke my leg and they did a scan and they found a mass, right? And they didn't know it was there, and thank goodness I broke my leg. It's all about being able to detect it. All right.
That's a good pick. It's something similar is on my list. I think that's a solid pick, and I think we'll get there
Yeah.
with the
Yeah.
health monitoring. It's just
I mean, we just need to get way more advanced. We need to be able to do at-home blood tests and all that stuff. But if you could just know,
But you got to be able to do a blood test without
but that would make you
like it
more
being intrusive.
right. That's why it's a device or something that's just running it all the time. It would be neat though if it said something to you, Mike. It was just like, hey,
Yeah.
this vitamin's low. You'll feel better if you have this vitamin. That'd be cool.
That would be great.
Yeah.
All right, because you're always just guessing. You're like, man, I think I'm low on iron.
That's
that
right.
must be why I'm
That's
so
right.
tired.
Yep. We have a bunch of Flintstones now. All right,
this is
Jason.
really tough because I've got so many that I want. Narrowing it down here and actually picking one, I feel like is an insult
Well, you
to all
picking
my
two.
other options. So if that's the case, I think I've got to go with something that's just cool and fun, and I'm going with safe jetpacks. I want,
Personal aircraft is on my list.
yeah, I mean,
yeah, that's really
to be
cool.
able to fly. I'm the rocket
The rocket,
man.
dude, you're the Rocketeer.
Yes, the Rocketeer.
Oh my goodness, the Rocketeer as a kid.
Yes,
Oh,
that
brother,
movie was ridiculous.
that was the best.
I just think it would be so cool. Just go in my backyard, take off. I'm in Andy's backyard. Hey, here I am.
Get out of my yard, man.
I know. I could
Eat
have
this.
teleported here, but I wanted to see the sky.
See, that's what it is for me. Where I wish both of these existed. I wish I could teleport because I don't want to spend the time traveling. But there's times where I just want to go up in the air and look down at the earth and and see what's going on up there. Who knows?
All right.
I'm in on that. You have another pick,
I have
Jay.
another pick, and I am going to go with space tourism.
No!
Yeah,
That's
baby.
my next pick, Space
Bro.
Tours.
Bro, Moon Hotel is on my list.
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
There's a whole industry. I can go to the moon. You want to go see
Boo.
Jupiter. I could go wherever. It's like in Total Recall where you just I'm going to go to some
I don't have any picks left.
tourism company and oh man, I could give you my list. It's incredible.
Wow. Dang it.
But that would be awesome. Fly around from planet to planet.
Yeah.
And I'm sure in between planets, because of long travel, it would be like a cruise ship, just full resort, all you can eat buffets. That's how my space tourism industry is.
Oh my gosh, space tours would be incredible. If we ever get to the point where you can safely do that, what a
We will.
unbelievable. Well,
We won't.
Well,
as
yeah,
a
we-
people.
Yeah, I don't. Well, I
we got
don't
a
know.
98-year-old Mike cruising up into the.
When do we get to Mars?
It'll be a while.
You think it'll be
30 years.
30?
I would
I
say
think
30
30.
years.
I think 30.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's interesting. I think it could be under 30.
I
Jason
looked at
checked
my
his watch.
I literally checked my watch like,
29 years and 19 days.
what am I looking at on my watch to tell me something like, oh, it's 2:07
So
p.m. So
by that
Yeah, about 30
calculation,
years.
I'm going to set a little timer here, a little 30-year timer. Okay,
check
and
in.
go.
Did we make it yet?
The
I
clock
wasn't
is
sure
running.
to call you out on that. You called yourself out. So, no, space tours are great. All right. Well, I'm in a tizzy now because do I have all my picks? Cool. I don't. All right. I feel like I'm almost piggybacking Mike. Hopefully it's okay. But I think
I got a strong back.
bionic eyeballs is the thing that I was going to go with.
Okay.
And in part of that is like all this technology that we have in our phones and stuff like that. It would be neat if it was just kind of integrated.
Oh, yeah, man.
And so, like, if I get a little notification or an email, now that may seem like I need to put it on Do Not Disturb sometimes. But being able to just pull stuff up on I guess that would be like my mind's eye.
Well, you would have like a HUD
Yeah.
built into your eye.
Bionic eyes are one of my truest dreams for my lifetime. My eyes are already bad. I've got glasses. I need to update my prescription as it is. But even when I'm to a 20/20 vision, I feel like I don't see well unless it's well lit. And I can't wait because I think that'll happen someday. I'll be front of the line.
How weird would that be, though, when you have to make the decision to get rid of your real eyes, trust a bionic eye?
I'll be in the middle of the line.
Okay.
Let some people go on ahead and pave the way.
Maybe you go one eye at a time.
Maybe, but I do think, I mean, what you could do with your eyes being technology-based
Yeah.
would replace so many things. It would be incredible.
Yeah.
All right.
Al Borhan says that's about where in the part of the line he'll be in for all future vaccines, right in the middle of the line. Okay, so
right.
Mike, you're back on the clock.
All right. I have two picks here that kind of stinks because one of my picks I was going to go with is very similar to the Bionic Eye. I guess I'll talk about it at the end of the draft. My first one, if you've never checked us out on YouTube, youtube.com/ what is it? Spitballers?
I don't know.
What's-
What is it, Al?
That's correct.
All right, we're there on YouTube. I am a heavily tattooed person. I love tattoos. I like getting tattoos. You love if you're into it, nothing beats getting a brand new tattoo. But it's there, and it's there forever. It's not changing unless you go have an artist work on it. But if I could somehow get a digital tattoo where essentially it's just I guess I'm putting an OLED in my arm, and then I have an app, and I just get to pick which tattoo I have that particular day.
Interesting.
How am I feeling? Maybe I can write messages to people. I don't know.
I wonder. Now I'm not tattooed, and you are, and I have two questions for you. One, do you have tattoos that you wish you could get rid of now, or no?
I mean, my first tattoo is terrible.
Okay.
I mean, it's part of me. It's part of the lore and story of my life.
Right.
But if it was a screen and I could just
You'd upgrade
it.
it.
Real
Yeah,
quick.
you'd upgrade the software. The second question is, I wondered, one, it'd be super cool, right? You could change brightness or colors or stuff. But I wondered if it would devalue what a tattoo is in the sense that
It would change it.
you make a permanent decision to, and that adds to why you love it.
Well, and part of the tattoo is the whole process of you have sort of in a way you have earned your tattoo. I mean, you sat there
All through the pain
for
too.
hours
Yeah.
of the pain of the tattoo, and you're like, this
Interesting.
is this. So there is
It's a cool idea.
some tribalism, some other things built into the tattoo. But if you could change it all the time,
I feel like everybody
that would be pretty sweet.
Everybody
would do it
because
yeah.
I would do it because if I don't want tattoos right now, I don't have tattoos.
Yeah.
But then when I want, it's like, oh,
Maybe make the procedure to get the digital tattoo very painful.
Yeah, there you go. It's really hot out right now. I don't want to wear a shirt. I could just, boom, I'm wearing a shirt now on my tattoo.
Yeah, except your shirt would look like body paint.
Yeah, I've seen it done.
All right. I like that. That's a good pick. Digital tattoos. You've got some food, you've got gills, and you've got tattoos. What do you got next, Mike?
We already mentioned it in passing, but I will take the neural link, please.
Okay.
I will take the chip in the brain. I am now connected to the internet.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know I'm open to hacking, whatever. I'm not worried about that right now. But being able to access all sorts of information, being able to interface with technology.
Yeah.
Thinking about, I need my lights on. I just thought about it, and my lights are now on. I think that would be very cool.
Does this process let you learn?
I guess it would.
Okay,
in a way, it would.
Because I've got the Matrix learning system on my list. I mean, and so I'm going to give that to you.
Okay.
In this.
Well, I feel like part of my bionic eyes was meant to be that answer because it was basically pulling up information, and your eyes are the HUD.
Sure.
So I'm not really trying to take that from you, but I also feel like that was the spirit of mine as well.
I apologize. I thought you were just analyzing information that was in front of you.
No, it's okay.
I'm like,
we're good. I don't
when
care.
did what was the biggest volcano eruption? You can't use your bionic eyes to figure that out.
Right. Just
I
check my
can.
email. Okay. You need to know all eruptions.
You can check the email that I sent you from my brain chip.
And you can't access your Neuralink because I'm taking all eyes, unfortunately. I get all of them. All right. You've got the Neuralink to finish it up. I am sad I don't have space tours. I'm going to take am I? Do I want 2 sleep-based picks?
Andy's very into sleep.
Or very against sleep.
Yeah, very anti.
No, I see what I'm struggling with here, and I don't care if I know Jason has a pick left, but I'm struggling with the real time travel exists. There is a real time travel which is the cryo
like
sleep.
Cryo sleep?
Cryo sleep is something where that allows space travel, that allows you to, if you wanted to, you're like, hey, peace out for 200 years.
Peace out, family.
Peace out for, well, you and your family can do it together. I mean, so that would be one of them, but I will go with
I think everyone in 2020 would take it right now.
Yeah, just wait until unless you don't wake up. I'll go with what would I call this? A batch of
Ambient.
personal help drones, okay? So the technology on AI and robotics gets so good that instead of the thought of hiring a human staff to handle all of the cleaning and cooking and all of those things, you would have such smart technology that it's handling these things at your beck and call. So, whatever you want to say that is that a horde of helpful drones? Is that a bunch of AI robots that are your staff?
Yeah,
I don't know.
You're getting robot butlers.
Robo Butler.
Robo Butler.
Robo Butler.
Robo
You
Butler.
drafted what was her name in the Jetsons? Rosie?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Well done. Yeah,
drafted-
because if you had left it at what was her name in the Jetsons, Jason and I were not here to help.
I was gonna say Judy. So
Daughter Judy. Come on, Jason.
That's why.
Who's his wife?
And
Jane.
Jane.
Oh,
all
goodness
right.
gracious.
That's what I was saying.
Goodness.
What's his name?
Jeff Jetson.
Jeffrey Judson. That's
That
me.
one I think I know. That's George, right?
Yes. that
I
is
knew it was
George.
a J.
And- all right.
Yeah.
We'll finish it up because people will want it now.
Knew it was a J, like George.
Like
George with a J.
Yep.
All right.
His son. His son.
Oh, we're doing
I'm
the
just
whole
saying,
family.
people are going to want to make
Neptune?
Elroy.
Oh,
Elroy.
got
Yeah,
it.
that's what I was
Nailed
about to
it.
say. You didn't let me say it.
All right, final pick here.
His
Oh,
boy
man.
Neptune.
I have so many. I thought for a
Who
second.
am I thinking of with the Isn't there a kids show with a Neptune in it? Anybody?
I don't-
Bueller?
Yeah.
Joey Neptune?
Oh yeah,
No?
there we go. Oh, Joey Neutron?
Yeah,
Jimmy
baby.
Neutron?
That's
Jimmy-
what I was thinking of.
Joey.
Neptune.
Joey Neptune. His best friend's with Jimmy Neutron. You bet your bottom dollar.
Oh, mercy. All right. When you said, am I really going to take 2 sleep things, I thought for a second you were going to take what really all of us want. It's not as out there as space tourism, but just an actual successful temperature-controlled bed and pillow. I mean, someday, right? Someday they'll be able to do this, but that's not what I'm picking here. There are so many things I want, but the true thing I want more than anything is the 100% real experience AR VR world.
Oh, the holodeck.
Yes.
You want the holodeck.
Whether it's the holodeck or the Oasis in Ready Player One, I want the true virtual reality that is
full immersion, run around,
movement.
Now, see, this is exactly what I meant by I wonder how far you guys will go compared to me, because on my list, I just had VR glasses. So it's not like VR is insane. If you've never tried it out, an Oculus, hashtag not a sponsor. The first time when you put that thing on, it is truly unbelievable. But it's heavy. It can be cumbersome. I just want glasses that do the same exact thing. But Jason's over here. I want the holodeck.
The funny thing about VR and then the holodeck, if you want to tease this out a little bit, is the fact that you have to move. This is not watching television. This is not playing a video game at your computer desk. If you want to be in the holodeck, you want to be on the pirate ship, you want to be in the Himalayas, you're walking in the Himalayas.
Mm-hmm. That's not where I'm going.
You might put some cheat codes in there.
If you die in the holodeck, do you die for real?
No, of course not.
No, that's it. It does shut down the system, though.
It's not the
and
Matrix.
then you look around and you go, oh, man.
Yeah. What other things? That was it, right? That was the last pick?
Yeah.
That was, yeah.
What other things we have on our list? I had on my list pretty high up.
You guys took a bunch of them.
You guys took pieces, so I didn't feel like it was appropriate. But talk about not going far enough. The robotic body, where you just, you put your
You're an
consciousness
what was that?
into.
I feel like we've talked about it. That
Yeah,
Bruce Willis movie.
It was. Oh, I had the name until you said that.
All right, sorry. I'll look it up.
Is that the one with Gordon Hewitt? That movie?
No,
Oh, okay.
different one where they are the
Surrogates.
Yes, surrogates.
So you just put your consciousness in another body.
Exactly. You lay down a little machine and then you wake up somewhere else in this other.
I know Mike would
beautiful
bring
body.
up like just uploading your consciousness and into the cloud.
So-
Space travel in general. I mean, like a spaceship could have been a pick.
Yeah.
Like being
flying cars. That's something we all grew up, saying like, I want flying cars.
Yeah.
That'd be cool.
Let me just explain as we close the show out exactly why it was cooler being a kid than an adult. Every one of these ideas that you bring up that I think are really cool, I end up with an impulse that's like, that might be really unsafe. If I go on a space tour, will that be safe? If I get a new space, I mean.
Oh, first off, why is Al Borland complaining about space tourism?
I did a good
over there?
Bowel
Borland.
Oh, no. We got to go.
What did we learn today?
Eat this.
I learned that I would get in major fights with my medical toilet.
Yeah, I learned that Mike has a greater than Jason or I affinity for breathing underwater.
Oh, yeah. Come on. You don't want those biogills?
If I had biogills, I would go under, but I can't open my eyes underwater, so I'd be like, now I need.
Help me.
You can put goggles on.
Oh, I'd have to.
All right.
What'd you learn today, Mike?
I learned that the BLT is a sham. It masquerades as a 3-ingredient sandwich, and it is not, because it's the mayonnaise that makes it.
Yeah, it's no good. No good.
The suit makes the man. The mayonnaise makes the BLT.
And the tomato, throw it in the trash. All right, Joey Neptune, eat this. See you later.
Thanks for listening to the Spitballers podcast. To see what other nonsense the guys are up to, check out SpitballersPod.com.